Hello everyone, you're listening to the Earful Tower podcast. My name is Oliver G. This is going to be an introduction to the big season that's going to last the rest of this year, but also a little bit of an introduction to the podcast because it's been 2 years since I've done one of those. First, the podcast. I'm an Australian guy. I've been in Paris since 2015. I've been doing this podcast since 2017. And in terms of podcast years, that's pretty long. The idea is every Monday I release an episode with some kind of connection to Paris or France or the French language, and it goes out around the world. And as fortune would have it, there are a lot of people listening. And to all you people out there, I say thank you. The show comes out wherever you get your podcasts, but I know a lot of people listen to it on my website, theearfultower.com. They just listen to it on the computer. That's fine too. One thing I think that separates this show from lots of other podcasts is the website, theearfultower.com, is really like the extra arm that goes with it. Whenever you hear me talking about something, it's more than likely that we've taken lots of pictures of it, we've made videos, we've got all the links and everything on the website so you can connect them up and get a whole lot more out of it. The show doesn't have adverts. It's brought to you by the Patreon supporters, so patreon.com/theearfultower, and often it's co-hosted by my wife Lena Norden-G, who also illustrates the children's books that I write. Lastly, the Earful Tower is pretty much on every social media platform, so follow along on your favorite one and get a little bit more out of everything Earful Tower. Now, I said I wanted to talk about this season. It's going to be a big one. Once again, if you're new around here, the seasons, this is like the 15th season or something. Sometimes they have a very clear-cut direction, and sometimes, like the last one, the Riviera mini-season, where we're just talking about a specific part of France, sometimes it's just a collection of random interviews with people around the city. This next season is about as clear-cut as it can get. I'm calling it the ABCeason. The ABCeason. And the idea is I've got the letters from A to Z, A to Z, you might prefer, and I've picked something. I've either picked something that to me like needs exploring that begins with that letter A, B, C, and so on. I haven't just gone for the easy ones, you know, like it's not like C is for croissant and then we just talk about croissants. It's more like there's some story somewhere that I've wanted to dig a bit deeper into. And yeah, so the idea is I'll tackle these letters of the alphabet deeper than a typical episode would, where I just maybe interview someone for 25-30 minutes and then we move on. Now, as I sort of hinted, this is a big task. It's going to take up till the end of this year, and I'm already a few episodes ahead, so I wanted to give you a sneak peek of the first 3 episodes, so A, B, and C, but in no particular order, and you can have some fun trying to guess what the letters are. That's another thing I thought would be quite fun with this season. I won't reveal ahead of time what, L is going to be, so you can try and guess. It might be fun on social media, and we'll see where it goes. I've basically got everything planned out, and even the episodes, and lots of people that I want to interview, and so on. But for now, ABC is done, and here comes a little taste. I'm walking up the steps. Coming into the space station. It feels like a space station. Wow. Nicola, this is amazing. This is the best coupole in Paris.
Yes, actually, definitely is the best one. It's the biggest one and the nicest one.
For the people at home, can you explain what room we're sitting in?
We are sitting in the gilded sitting room, which is pretty much authentic. We really haven't done anything except furnish it.
We're standing in the middle of an ancient river, Comte.
We are.
Can you feel the thousands of years of history?
I can feel the energy, man.
Okay, good luck figuring those out. I must say, hearing them all together sounds kind of exciting, and that is what this season's all going to be about for me. Don't worry if there's an episode that sounds like unusual or a little bit off course. I'm going to be throwing in lots of things to do, sort of along the way or nearby or whatever. Lots of Paris tips as usual. And as always, we're going to have beautiful pictures. So just for the first episode of the season, we've got these lovely pictures. Augusta Sagnelli, who's almost always our photographer, takes such lovely pictures. There's a treat coming from her for this episode. Music. If everything falls into place, we're going to have, just like in the countdown season, we're going to have Press Maxon putting music specifically to the theme of the episode. And I've already heard A and B, and they're really special. I can't wait to share them with you. And who knows, at the end of it all, we might make another CD of his music, just like we did for the countdown season that we sent free to the Patreon members. So here's the jingle that Press made for this season. And there you have it. On that note, I shall leave you. Just a short episode here, but I'm really looking forward to sharing the next 26 episodes with you. If you're a Patreon member, patreon.com/The Earful Tower, you get loads of bonuses, behind the scenes, the guide to Paris, and you can help influence what comes up in this season. But for now, I'm going to sign off and leave you guessing what that A, B, and C could possibly stand for. See you next week for the first full episode of the next season of the Earful Tower podcast, the AB season. A bientôt.